One of the unfortunate things about being arrested and convicted and have a stigma associated with you is that people who have this really aren't in a position to fight back a lot of times, even if they want to. And they're fighting an uphill battle, and I can certainly attest to that. We don't have badges on us, we don't have emblems of power, we certainly don't wear robes, and we don't have a lot of people in our corner. Two individuals, myself and Detective Robert Bauer. Now, Robert Bauer had a reputation before he destroyed mine. In 2012, he was Patrolman Bauer, and that's when he lured a woman back from Montgomery County, back across state line to Virginia, to meet him at a gas station on a tip that they were doing something wrong. Without going into all the details of Bauer v. Merchant, you can look it up yourself, and all the cases that emanated from it when Dr. Merchant attacked him in court because of his ridiculous assault on her. And what did he do? Well, when he found out he was wrong and she knew her rights, he noticed she had a little badge, and he accused her of pretending to be a police officer, which is a felony. And he was wrong. And he didn't apologize. He didn't back down. He doubled down. And she sued his ass. And he did what they all do. They ran and hid behind qualified immunity. Now let's go to me. What was I doing in 2012? In 2012, I was a well-respected school teacher, created a situation where a program that was going to die was actually built out into 6 classes, and I was paid 20% more for the work I had done and continued to maintain. And that program lasted 17 years. I was married. I was working 3 to 5 jobs. I had a daughter who was ill. I had a wife who was mentally impaired, let's say. And it was hard, but that's what I was doing. In 2015, I was selected to be a turnaround expert and go out to Arkansas and run a school based on a classical conservative model after they sent me to a week or two's training in somewhere in Michigan, Hillsdale College it was in Michigan. And while it doesn't align perfectly with my beliefs, I did it and did fine until I was asked to do an unethical thing and I was terminated. I came back to this area, picked up where I left off, did a great job building another program. Meanwhile, Detective Bauer went through the courts for the next few years and won none of his battles, was not punished as far as anybody knows. He's actually gotten several promotions, and I understand from somebody in internal affairs that he is a lieutenant. He then encountered me in 2018 when he was trying to make a name for himself as a sergeant and attacked me on Grindr, which he knew nothing about, but he laid a trap and approached me pretending to be an adult. I don't know why he approached me. There was no reason to do that. And when I found out it was a kid because he told me so, I did everything I could to protect the person. I said, you shouldn't be on there. I'm not interested in talking to you or anything like that about sex. I'm interested in helping you, though. I'm interested in mentoring you, in getting you some help, because I didn't know what was going on with this kid. At various times, as they manipulated me, he appeared that he was suicidal. At other times, he appeared that he might actually be trafficked, which is what I eventually thought when I very reluctantly agreed to meet him, thinking that maybe being adjacent to a high school, we could rescue him. Instead, I was arrested, and the rest is history. But it just goes to show you, I don't know what Detective Bauer's rap sheet was before he joined the force or during, but I do know that I didn't have one, and I didn't have a history of being a liar, but he did. And it just goes to show you, if you have badges of office, you can be promoted 4 times. And if you're somebody who isn't, if you walk unawares into a trap that you should never have had sprung on you, you can have your whole life ruined.